Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I am of course your host Aaron, and today we are going to discuss WWE Monday Night Raw that took place on May 26, 2025 in Tampa, Florida, right back at that Yuengling Center. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. At the best of my recollection, I am going to go through this WWE Monday Night Raw card, and hopefully I will not forget anything. Raw opened up with Paul Heyman accompanied with Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed all made their way to the ring, and Paul Heyman went through each individual, their accomplishments, their accolades, what they're going to do for the group, and then said to acknowledge Seth Rollins. This pissed off the crowd, who started chanting OTC and We Want Roman, and Roman Reigns, of course, was nowhere to be seen. They also chanted for my boy, CM Punk. They didn't really chant for Sami Zayn at all, so ha ha! Anyway, Seth Rollins got on the mic and he called the fans out on saying he's an asshole, and they were saying F you, and he said, look, if you guys want to berate me and talk shit on me and not like what I'm doing, why the hell are you singing my praise and chanting for me when I'm coming out here? Why are you doing your OS? Which, thank goodness, Seth Rollins addressed, but it really led to nowhere. And he said that later on in the night, he is going to enter a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying match. He is going to win and take back the title. We'll talk about that later, because we had our first match, our first Money in the Bank qualifying match on the card between Penta, Chad Gable, and Dragon Lee. And let me tell you guys, this match was absolute fire. Every single one of them was performing at a high level. This was a great triple threat match. Chad Gable, of course, was doing crazy moves. He tied their masks to the ropes. Penta got thrown out of the ring. Chad Gable went after him. And then Dragon Lee did some crazy-ass dive, and Chad Gable ran out of the way and ran right into Penta, and Penta flew over the announcer's desk. There was this guy at the ring, I guess, that on the Worlds Collide pay-per-view, Chad Gable is going to face. His name is El Hydro del Volcano. He actually, got attacked by Chad Gable during the match, and Chad Gable went to the top rope to finish off Penta. He interfered. He got knocked off. Penta hit a Penta driver on Chad Gable to score the 1, 2, 3. This match, of course, is getting an because it was banging, it was cool. I don't know who this new Viking Ganudogu, I can't pronounce his name is, but I really don't give a shit about that. Liv Morgan made her triumphant return, and as she was going by, she saw Kairi Sane and Io Sky, made fun of them, and Kairi Sane poked Liv Morgan in the head, and they are going to have a match later in the night. Cool. Rusev destroyed Arika Tozawa. And after that, what's his name? Sheamus came out. They had a stare-off. Rusev left the ring, and nothing happened there. But we have read over the last couple weeks that there's a big feud between these two coming. I'm going to give this match a down, but I'm going to give this Sheamus and Rusev aftermath an up. WWE Tag Team title match. The first time the New Day has defended the titles or had a match since WrestleMania against the Creed Brothers and the War Raiders. I'm just going to narrow this down to one big thing. Ivar of the Viking Raiders, I know I shit on these guys. He is crazy athletic. He was doing flips. He was jumping over ropes. This dude is just a big guy who can just fly all over the place. New Day tried to come up with an alliance with American Made, and at the end, what happened was Xavier Woods rolled up one of the Creed brothers with a handful of tights and scored the victory for the team. This match is getting it down. It was a waste of time. I knew New Day wasn't going to lose here. Jey Uso had a segment. He came out and he was going to talk to the fans about his match that he just had against Logan Paul and the upcoming match that he will have at Money in the Bank with John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Logan Paul. But before he could even get into that, he was interrupted by the Ring General Gunther. Gunther made his way to the ring and said, listen, Jay, once again, you are not acting like a champ. Your head is all over the place, and come June 9th, I am going to take that title from you. Jay said, listen, I've had enough of everybody saying that I am the champion, that people are going to take this title out for me. When we get to that match on June 9th, I'm going to make you tap out. and Jey Uso left the ring. There was no interaction, no fighting in between each other. It was just point blank, Jey ain't fucking around no more. Liv Morgan had her match with Kairi Sane. This match was, yeah, it's going to get it down, folks. I'm actually going to have to give this match down. It was not very good. And at the end, Roxanne Perez came down to the ring, pushed Kairi Sane off the top rope. Raquel Rodriguez was like, what the fuck are you doing, helping us out? Distracted Liv Morgan. She missed the Oblivion on Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane got a roll up. 1, 2, 3. Kairi Sane got the win. And like I said, this match is getting it down. But she got a victory. And Liv Morgan lost her first match back. Laura Valkyrie came out and started tearing apart Becky Lynch, saying, I don't know why you get another title shot, which totally makes sense. I beat you twice, and you complained and cried, and now you have a rematch at Money in the Bank that nobody wants to see. Becky Lynch, of course, came out and said, listen, you want to talk shit on me. I know I'm garbage, blah, 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 blah. But how about this? If you beat me at Money in the Bank, I will never, ever challenge you again for that Intercontinental Championship. But if I win, you need to raise my hand. And Lara Valkyrie is like, I don't care. She's like, if you beat me, I'll be the bigger woman. I'll raise your hand. I don't got a problem with that. And Becky Lynch was pissed off and walked away. In the back, you had my boy Karrion Kross being like, yo, Sami Zayn, you had an opportunity, bro, to fucking walk out of Monday Night Raw and go to SmackDown and get a World Championship match against John Cena. But you blew it. You blew up, buddy. And Sami Zayn's like, you know, man, I'm not really happy with you right now. We will talk about this later. The last match on the card was the qualifying match for the Money in the Bank. And it was Sami Zayn versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. This match was amazing, too. I don't know what's going on with these triple threat matches, but they were on fire. Seth Rollins was like trying to get a pedigree on Sami Zayn and Finn Balor, and it wasn't working. And just when I was about to text my brother and be like, yo, it looks like a pedigree ain't working out tonight, Seth Rollins finally got a pedigree on Finn Balor, finally got one on Sami Zayn, both for a 2 count. Nobody got the victory on that. It all came down broken. Okay. So I'm just going to read you what happened. The finish of the match was very overbooked. Sami Zayn hit the hell of a kick on Seth Rollins, but was pulled out by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed before the 3 count. Jey Uso came out to assist Zayn. Dominic Mysterio tossed in a chair to Finn Balor to use. However, that backfired as Seth Rollins was able to get a curb stomp on Finn Balor onto the chair and get the 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins was the winner. This match I'm going to give an up because it's planting the seeds against Dominic and Finn, and it's furthering everything else. And what happened? CM Punk's music hit. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, they ran up the ramp to try to cut him off, but CM Punk came from the fans, and he came in, gave a GTS on Seth Rollins, left the way he came in, stood at the top, and said, I'm the best, baby. That ending is getting an up. The match is getting an up. And you know what else? Monday Night Raw is getting a mid, because it was quite mid. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me with 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time when we get more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.